I've had blunt discussions with him about this, that I think the Senate wants to go further than where he has. I think the concern seems to be what will actually pass the House. Well, that's usually not the way you do things. Our founding fathers set up two bodies for a reason. We'll pass our bill, they'll pass a bill, and we'll have a compromise in the middle. And but I think we will pass a stronger bill on our side. I do.
What would be a stronger bill?
I like statewide. I like opening up statewide. I think the market will establish where it's needed. For example, I think I've talked about this in Northeast Tennessee, where I am. I don't think anybody, or very, very few, will take advantage of this. First of all, there aren't a lot of private schools. As far as I know, in my district, you have Tri-C Christian School, and that has more to do with people wanting a Christian education as opposed to dissatisfied with public schools. But then when you get in areas where people are dissatisfied with public schools, they ought to be able to use them.
When you say open up statewide, are you saying not just the bottom 5% of schools?
I think, yeah, I know, you're right. Not just the bottom 5%, not just limited to certain areas. Yes, I think it ought to be statewide.
What about without those restrictions?
I don't know about the income restriction. I'm not sure about that. I'll be right up front with you. I will follow Brian Kelsey's lead and what other states have done. But I know Indiana has done a lot more than this. Louisiana has done a lot more than this. Florida's done a lot more than this. And I think that any of the people in those areas, Wisconsin, will tell you that if you want to make this work, you need to make it broader than just a very limited pool.
So to be clear, no restrictions on any lower percentage of schools?
You know, again, I don't know whether there's no restriction, but you would definitely raise the restriction to where it is higher than it is now, and maybe not just limited to failing schools. And I think that from discussions with our members of our education committee, that they feel like the pool needs to be bigger than what we have now to prove whether it works or not, and that the places where it hasn't done as well is where the pool is limited as opposed to being almost universal, if not universal.